Today, Front Page welcomes you with greetings and presents a discussion on the topic of Joe Biden announces 2024 re-election bid. Let's finish this job. Washington. AP President Joe Biden on Tuesday formally announced that he is running for re-election in 2024, asking voters to give him more time to finish the job he began when he was sworn into office and to set aside their concerns about extending the run of America's oldest president for another 4 years. Biden, who would be 86 at the end of his second term, is betting his first-term legislative achievements and more than 50 years of experience in Washington will count for more than concerns over his age. He faces a smooth path to winning his party's nomination with no serious Democratic rivals, but he's still set for a hard-fought struggle to retain the presidency in a bitterly divided nation. The announcement, in a 3-minute video, comes on the 4-year anniversary of when Biden declared for the White House in 2019, promising to heal the soul of the nation amid the turbulent presidency of Donald Trump, a goal that has remained elusive. "I said we are in a battle for the soul of America. And we still are," Biden said. "The question we are facing is whether, in the years ahead, we have more freedom or less freedom, more rights or fewer." While the prospect of seeking re-election has been a given for most modern presidents, that's not always been the case for Biden. A notable swath of Democratic voters have indicated they would prefer he not run, in part because of his age concerns Biden has called totally legitimate, but once he did not address head-on in the launch video. Yet few things have unified Democratic voters like the prospect of Trump returning to power. And Biden's political standing within his party stabilized after Democrats notched a stronger than expected performance in last year's midterm elections. The president is set to run again on the same themes that buoyed his party last fall, particularly on preserving access to abortion. Freedom. Personal freedom is fundamental to who we are as Americans. There's nothing more important, nothing more sacred, Biden said in the launch video, depicting Republican extremists as trying to roll back access to abortion, cut Social Security, limit voting rights, and ban books they disagree with. Around the country, MAGA extremists are lining up to take those bedrock freedoms away. "This is not a time to be complacent," Biden added. "That's why I'm running for re-election." As the contours of the campaign begin to take shape, Biden plans to campaign on his record. He spent his first 2 years as president combating the coronavirus pandemic and pushing through major bills, such as the bipartisan infrastructure package and legislation to promote high-tech manufacturing and climate measures. With Republicans now in control of the House, Biden has shifted his focus to implementing those massive laws and making sure voters credit him for the improvements. The president also has multiple policy goals and unmet promises from his first campaign that he's asking voters on giving him another chance to fulfill. "Let's finish this job. I know we can," Biden said in the video, repeating a mantra he said a dozen times during his State of the Union address in February, listing everything from passing a ban on assault-style weapons and lowering the cost of prescription drugs to codifying a national right to abortion after the Supreme Court's ruling last year overturning Roe v. Wade. Buoyed by the midterm results, Biden plans to continue to cast all Republicans as embracing what he calls ultra-MAGA politics, a reference to Trump's "Make America Great Again" slogan regardless of whether his predecessor ends up on the 2024 ballot. In the video, Biden speaks over brief clips and photographs of key moments in his presidency, snapshots of diverse Americans, and flashes of outspoken Republican foes, including Trump, Florida Gov. Ron DeSantis, and Rep. Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia. He exhorts supporters that this is our moment to defend democracy. Stand up for our personal freedoms. Stand up for the right to vote and our civil rights. Biden's announcement is roughly consistent with the timeline followed by then-President Barack Obama, who waited until April 2011 to declare for a second term and didn't hold a re-election rally until May 2012. Trump launched his re-election bid on the day he was sworn in 2017. Biden is not expected to dramatically alter his day-to-day schedule as a candidate, at least not immediately, with aides believing his strongest political asset is showing the American people that he is governing. And if he follows the Obama playbook, he may not hold any formal campaign rallies until well into 2024. Thanks for listening and subscribe for more latest updates.